15 Reasons Why People Secretly Hate You. Stoic Philosophy. Welcome back to Stoic Insights. Today we're exploring a challenging but important topic: 15 reasons why people might secretly harbor negative feelings toward you, and what the Stoic philosophers would advise us to do about it. Before we begin, remember the Stoic principle that what others think of us is largely outside our control. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "I have often wondered how it is that every person loves himself more than others, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." This video isn't about feeding paranoia or insecurity, but rather understanding human nature, including our own, so we can live more virtuously and create more meaningful connections. Let's dive in. Reason 1. You talk about yourself too much. The first reason people may secretly dislike you is that you talk about yourself excessively. Epictetus advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." When we monopolize conversations with our own achievements, problems, or stories, we signal that we value our narrative above others. People feel unheard and unimportant in your presence. Stoic solution: practice deliberate listening. Ask questions about others and genuinely attend to their responses. Remember that true connection comes from understanding, not just being understood. Reason 2. You constantly complain. The second reason is habitual complaining. Seneca wrote, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." While everyone faces difficulties, constantly voicing complaints drains others' emotional energy. Over time, people begin to associate your presence with negativity. Stoic solution: practice negative visualization to gain perspective on your problems. Before voicing a complaint, ask yourself, is this worth disturbing someone else's tranquility? Focus instead on expressing gratitude for what's going well. Reason 3. You seek validation constantly. The third reason is an excessive need for validation. Marcus Aurelius advised himself, "Do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others." When you are not thinking about the common good, constantly seeking reassurance or compliments makes others feel like emotional suppliers rather than equals in your relationship. Stoic solution: develop self-validation. By focusing on your own virtue and character, ask yourself, am I acting in accordance with nature and reason? Rather than, do others approve of me? Reason 4. You break trust in small ways. The fourth reason people may secretly dislike you is breaking trust in seemingly minor ways. Seneca noted, "It takes the whole of life to learn how to live." Small betrayals, sharing confidences, arriving consistently late, canceling plans regularly, signal to others that your convenience matters more than your commitments. Stoic solution: treat integrity as indivisible. There are no small matters when it comes to trustworthiness. Do what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it. Reason 5. You avoid vulnerability. The fifth reason is avoiding genuine vulnerability. While the Stoics valued emotional resilience, they also understood the importance of authentic connection. As Seneca wrote, "Friendship needs no words." When you maintain a perfect facade and never share struggles, others find it difficult to connect with you on a meaningful level. Stoic solution: practice appropriate vulnerability. Share your genuine thoughts and feelings. While maintaining philosophical resilience, remember that Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, but responding to them wisely. Reason 6. You give unsolicited advice. The sixth reason people may secretly dislike you is offering unsolicited advice. Epictetus taught, "We have the power to hold no opinion about a thing and not to be disturbed in our soul, for things themselves have no natural power to form our judgments." Providing solutions when others simply want understanding can feel dismissive and condescending. Stoic solution: ask questions rather than offering immediate advice. Would you like my perspective on this? Respects the autonomy of others while still allowing you to share wisdom when appropriate. Reason 7. You interrupt others. The seventh reason is habitually interrupting others. The Stoics valued careful listening as a path to wisdom. Zeno of Citium is reported to have said, "Nature has given us one tongue but two ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak." Interrupting signals that you value your thoughts more than those of others. Stoic solution: practice patience in conversation. Resist the urge to interject with your own thoughts before others have finished expressing theirs. Remember that wisdom comes through understanding, not simply being heard. Reason 8. You're inconsiderate of others' time. The eighth reason people may secretly dislike you is being inconsiderate of their time. Seneca wrote extensively on the value of time. No person would give away their money to all comers, but to how many do you give away your life? When you're consistently late or extend meetings unnecessarily, you implicitly communicate that your time is more valuable than others. Stoic solution: treat others' time as a precious, non-renewable resource. Be punctual, prepared, and present. Remember that respecting others' time is respecting their life. Reason 9. You never admit when you're wrong. The ninth reason is an inability to admit mistakes. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone." When you refuse to acknowledge errors, you frustrate others and stunt your own growth. Stoic solution: view errors as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your ego. Practice saying, "I was wrong. I'm sorry, and thank you for helping me see this differently." Reason 10. You gossip about others. The 10th reason people may secretly dislike you is sharing gossip. Epictetus cautioned, "If someone speaks badly of you, do not defend yourself against the accusations, but reply, 'You obviously don't know about my other vices. Otherwise, you would have mentioned those as well.'" When you speak negatively about others in their absence, people wonder, justifiably, what you say about them when they're not present. Stoic solution: speak about absent people as if they were present. If you wouldn't say something to someone's face, don't say it behind their back. Reason 11. You make everything about you. The 11th reason is making others' experiences about yourself. The Stoics emphasized our interconnectedness while respecting individual experiences. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Enter into every person's ruling faculty." When someone shares a struggle or triumph, and you immediately relate it to your own experience, you miss an opportunity to truly understand their unique perspective. Stoic solution: practice genuine empathy. Instead of responding with, "That happened to me too," try, "How did that feel for you?" Focus on understanding rather than relating. Reason 12. You're inconsistent in values. The 12th reason people may secretly dislike you is inconsistency between your stated values and actions. Seneca observed, "Words should be scattered like seed. No matter how small the seed may be, if it has once found favorable ground, it unfolds its strength and from an insignificant thing spreads to its greatest growth." When your actions contradict your proclaimed values, others question your authenticity. Stoic solution: focus on living your philosophy rather than speaking it. As Epictetus advised, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Let your actions communicate your values. Reason 13. You avoid difficult conversations. The 13th reason is avoiding necessary difficult conversations. The Stoics faced reality directly. As Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When you consistently avoid addressing conflicts or important issues, relationships stagnate and resentment builds. Stoic solution: approach difficult conversations with courage and clarity. Remember that temporary discomfort often leads to long-term understanding and growth. Reason 14. You lack self-awareness. The 14th reason people may secretly dislike you is a lack of self-awareness. The Delphic maxim, "Know thyself," deeply valued by Stoics, reminds us that self-knowledge is essential for wisdom. Epictetus taught, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." When you're oblivious to how your words and actions affect others, You may unintentionally cause harm repeatedly. Stoic solution. Practice regular self-examination. At the end of each day, reflect on your interactions. Ask trusted friends for honest feedback about your blind spots. Reason 15. You never show gratitude. The final reason people may secretly dislike you is failing to express genuine gratitude. Marcus Aurelius began his meditations by cataloging what he was grateful for from various people in his life, demonstrating the Stoic emphasis on recognizing others' contributions. When you take others' efforts, kindness, or presence for granted, you diminish their sense of value in your life. Stoic solution: practice deliberate gratitude. Regularly acknowledge others' contributions, both large and small. Remember that expressing appreciation isn't just about politeness, it's about seeing reality clearly.